Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, July the 12th, 2016. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance has issued a warning about an email scam targeting lawyers. The Tennessee Department of Revenue is upgrading its aging tax system. We'll speak with a candidate seeking the Democratic nomination for state senator in the August primary elections. And we'll bring you more video from the Tullahoma's 4th of July celebration. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance's Division of Consumer Affairs is sharing an alert from the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility that state bars across the nation are receiving reports of an email scam targeting attorneys using false notifications of actions purportedly from attorney regulatory agencies. In these phishing emails, the lawyers is instructed to click on a link or attachment to view a complaint or pay fees, which then loads a malicious software called ransomware or cryptoware that blocks computer access until a sum of money is paid. Although the Board of Professional Responsibility has not received any specific complaints of Tennessee attorneys receiving these emails, attorneys should be aware of the scam.
TDCI Deputy Commissioner Bill Giannani said, quote, consumers should always be on guard and remember to never click on the links in an email that connect to a website unless you are absolutely certain they are authentic. The board does communicate with attorneys by email. However, if you receive an email from the Board of Professional Responsibility with a link, you can identify whether it is legitimate by hovering over the link to see if it displays the board's domain, which is tbpr.org, near the beginning of the link, end quote.
The Tennessee Department of Revenue says it has begun the process of replacing its aging tax system. Revenue will work with Fast Enterprises, a vendor who has worked successfully with 23 other states to implement their tax systems on time and on budget. The Department of Revenue chose to replace its 2-decade-old tax system because it lacks important modern functionalities that taxpayers expect, such as account self-service. Some of the many features the new tax system will include are secure online access to accounts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the ability to view correspondence from the department, the capability to print business registration certificates, the ability to print previous returns, and the capacity to change your address and make other account updates.
The new tax system will roll out in 4 phases, with each phase covering a group of taxes. The first rollout is slated for spring 2017 and will cover sales and use tax, liquor by the drink tax, professional privilege tax, and tobacco tax. More information will be provided in the months ahead about additional changes. Revenue officials say they hope that the new system will allow them to provide better service to taxpayers and will operate more efficiently.
An investigation by special agents with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and other Middle Tennessee law enforcement agencies into the distribution of fake Percocet pills has resulted in the arrest of a Murfreesboro man. The TBI special agents with the Drug Investigation Division joined detectives with the Murfreesboro Police Department, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, and the Drug Enforcement Administration in tracking the source of pills that have contributed to multiple drug overdoses that have occurred in the Murfreesboro area in the past week. week. Counterfeit Percocet pills laced with fentanyl have resulted in the deaths of 3 individuals and have accounted for as many as 15 other overdoses in Rutherford County. Agents arrested Johnny L. Williams, age 30, of Murfreesboro, and charged him with 1 count of the sale of a Schedule II controlled substance. Williams is being held in the Rutherford County Jail on a $100,000 bond.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family is the largest automotive retailer in southern Middle Tennessee. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, we are your one-stop shop. Check out our awesome website, russellbarnett.com. There's over 1,200 vehicles to choose from. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, and Ford of Winchester, or Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We bring you now more video from last week's Kiwanis Club City of Tullahoma fireworks as we check out some of the sights and sounds of that event.
Here we go! Let's get loud and let 'em know, yell THS when we say go! Here we go! THS! Let's get loud and let 'em know, yell black and white when we say go! Here we go! Black and white! THS! Black and white! THS! Black and white!
God bless. Everybody have a wonderful weekend.
Let's watch now this moving rendition of Stars and Stripes Forever performed by Army Band.
We'll be right back in a moment after these messages.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamping Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stem McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stem McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Tom Corrington spoke recently with Alice Demetrion and Mike Winton, who are candidates in the August primary for the Democratic nomination for state senator.
Our guests today are Miss Alice Demetrion from Whitwell. Right? Whitwell. No well, just Whitwell.
Whitwell.
And so we appreciate her getting up early this morning and joining us. And Mike Winton, who had to travel all the way from Manchester to get with us this morning. So I want to thank both of you for joining us. And let me ask you a quickie. Why are you doing this, Alice?
Well, I've done a lot of boots on the ground events and protests, and we feel that the regular people just aren't necessarily being listened to. And it's time to get some regular non-career politicians into office.
And that's you.
I'm definitely a non-career politician. This is my first rodeo, folks.
Okay, Mike?
Tom, I guess mine started, strangely, people would walk up to me at the post office, at the grocery store, and they would ask me questions about, what could we do about this? What should be done about this? And I didn't even know these folks. And so, I started questioning myself, and really and truly, these folks are wanting representation. These folks are wanting their voice to be heard, and not special interests, not politics, but their voice. So I've chose to run to be the people's representative.
Okay. These two are running in the Democratic primary, for one of them to be fortunate enough to run against the Republican candidate who at the moment holding that office is Janice Bowling, and she of course like to hang on to it. So let's begin then with give the folks some background on your own background and qualifications for this office, and let's begin with Mike this time.
Okay.
Tom, my background is you're talking to a guy that was born in the heart of the 16th District over in Grundy County. And if you go to Grundy County and you go to outreach, then that's the 16th District. And my background being from here, I recognize the needs of the people. I also see the needs of the people without really having to ask. If someone, I just went to a clinic the other day, a free clinic over in Grundy County, and I didn't have to ask the people why they were there. They were there because they couldn't get health care. They were there because they couldn't afford health care. So St. Thomas was gracious enough to do that. Since moving to Coffee County in the past few years, I've been in business for 25 years. And knowing how to operate a business, knowing how to manage people, and knowing how to lead people helps me, I think, with the quality that it takes to become a state senator.
Okay, very good. Alice?
I'm relatively new to the state, been here 7 years. My husband and I have been married 35 years. I spent 20 years in law enforcement, and I spent 10 years as a rural volunteer EMT in a rural ambulance service. And Mike was talking about that clinic, and I volunteered at that clinic, and I was appalled after running to learn that Tennessee needed a clinic like that. We are 43rd in the nation for healthcare costs that could be avoided. And a lot of that, I believe,
healthcare costs that could be avoided.
Right, avoidable hospital costs and visits.
Right. Not healthy.
Well, a lot of that, though, if they had a primary physician that they could go to, a lot of those could be avoided. For example, as an EMT, I saw many people who would wait until it was an emergency. And then by the time it's emergency, it costs more. You're at the hospital, as opposed to maybe you could have gone to your local physician and for $10 copay or $25 copay, maybe taking care of the issue instead of thousands of dollars in hospital costs. So I'm very concerned with that. But I grew up in a single parent home, and I know what it's like to have your electricity turned off and do homework by candlelight. And I know that we have 26% of our kids are living in poverty, and that's just wrong. And I would like to try and help take care of that a little bit. And to do that, I think we need to start educating, not incarcerating. We're incarcerating too many people. And that goes back to education. We need to get people jobs. Like Mike said, when you talk to people, when I talk to them, one of their first questions, well, if I vote for you, will you get me a job? We have a lot of people, seriously, I can't tell you how many times people have asked me that. I'll vote for you if you get me a job. And
how are you supposed to do that?
Exactly. And I think we need to start with the education system. We need to teach our kids how to problem solve, not how to take tests. And that's another area. So
yeah, that's a biggie these days.
Those are my two big things: the health care and then the poverty and education. We need to help our kids climb out of that.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Millions of Americans suffer from the symptoms of arthritis. Let's watch this video from the Center for Disease Control, which explains how regular exercise can provide relief.
In the United States today, over 1 in 5 adults, or more than 50 million Americans, live with the pain and discomfort of arthritis. But it doesn't have to be this way. Many people use physical activity to manage their arthritis pain. If you personally don't know the pain and stiffness of arthritis, chances are you know someone who does. Arthritis pain prevents many people from living the life they want to live and from doing what they want.
CDC TV presents Health Matters.
The barriers we know exist, pain, fear of pain or joint damage, and not knowing what exercise is safe, discourage many who experience discomfort or disability from taking advantage of our body's own natural arthritis pain reliever, physical activity.
Millions of Americans report that arthritis interferes with what they either want or need to do.
Going up and down stairs was very painful. Even just getting dressed and putting your shoes on was a daily task that I could not do myself.
Many of those people know that they should be physically active, but arthritis keeps getting in their way.
A long time ago, doctors would meet people with arthritis and tell them to rest their joints because we didn't have a lot of good treatments. That's not true at all. Actually, resting your joints stiffens them up.
What we're really talking about when we're encouraging people with arthritis to be more physically active is doing moderate physical activity like walking, swimming, biking that get their heart rate up a little bit or get them breathing a little bit harder.
Aim to do moderate physical activity 5 days a week for 30 minutes a day. Exercising as little as 10 minutes at a time will allow you to achieve the recommended 2.5 hours per week and get real health benefits.
You want to listen to your body so that if you're too sore, a couple hours later you know to cut back, maybe do a little bit less duration or frequency.
It's not running a marathon. It's not the no pain, no gain idea. It really helps reduce some arthritis-specific symptoms like pain, swelling, limitations. Things like fatigue and depression also improve with physical activity.
Once I started exercising, now I do it every morning. I do weights and I do the stretching, and I have to do that every day.
Some people prefer to exercise on their own at their convenience, and that's fine. Other people are a little worried about what kind of exercise might be safe for them. So in that case, they can look for a community-based physical activity program.
Most people will be seeing real benefits in 4 to 6 weeks. They'll be having less pain in their joints than they did earlier.
Some people feel defeated by their arthritis, or that arthritis has taken away the life that they want.
Am I a victim of it? Yeah. Did I ask for it? No. Did I do anything to cause it? No. But you can't let that mentality stop you from moving forward.
And by regaining that sense of control, and a variety of self-management strategies can help them take charge, they can get their life back.
Since I started exercising and changed my diet, I'm able to go any place that I want to go on my own.
Find an arthritis exercise program tailored for you. You can take charge of your arthritis and your life.
You can ignore it, which obviously is not very good.
Arthritis will always be a part of me, but it's not going to control me or define who I am.
Or you can let it control you.
Because sitting down and lying down and not doing anything and feeling sorry for yourself is the worst thing you could do.
Or you can do everything you can to try to control it.
I do whatever I want to do and go where I want to go, and I'm free.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Program Manager Francis Samples, who will tell us about several events coming to the area. Caitlin Barstead from the Animal Harbor will fill us in on their big fundraiser coming up, and Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell will stop by for another segment of Police Pointers. All that and more on this week's Living.
We'll be right back with your weather forecast after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Cool off this summer at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers. Tasty food items are available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 1 to 5. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1930 at 98 degrees. The record low was in 1947 at 51 degrees. The average high on this day is 88 and the average low is 67. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of around 73. Partly cloudy weather in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 90 and a low of 75. And a 30% chance of storms in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 89 and a low of 74. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families a wonderful evening. Thank you.